Hello Diabtrons! Welcome to today's video, where we'll be diving into the untold truth about depression. You may think you know what causes it, but the science might just surprise you. Depression is one of the most misunderstood mental health issues in the world. For centuries, it's been associated with sadness, weakness, or simply a bad day. But depression is far more complex than most people realize. It's not just a mood you can snap out of or something caused by a sad life event. Today, scientists know it's a multi-layered condition influenced by a web of biological, psychological, and social factors. Let's start with a big myth, the chemical imbalance theory. For years, people were told that depression was caused by low levels of serotonin, a feel-good chemical in the brain. While serotonin does play a role, it's not the simplest cause and effect we once thought. Recent research shows that depression is influenced by a whole network of neurotransmitters and brain circuits, not just one feel-good chemical. It's a much more intricate system involving genes, environmental stress, and even the body's immune response. Another surprising finding? Depression isn't just in the mind, it affects the entire body. Research has shown that people with depression often have elevated levels of inflammation. Inflammation can occur due to stress, poor diet, lack of exercise, or even illness, and it can disrupt brain function, leading to symptoms of depression. And here's something fascinating. Scientists are finding a direct link between the gut and the brain, often called the gut-brain axis. The trillions of bacteria in our intestines communicate with our brain, producing neurotransmitters like serotonin. Studies show that people with depression often have an imbalance in their gut bacteria, which can impact their mood and overall mental health. Now let's talk about genetics. While some people are genetically predisposed to depression, the story doesn't end there. The field of epigenetics reveals that environmental factors can switch on or switch off certain genes associated with mental health. Trauma, chronic stress, or even exposure to toxic environments can affect how genes express themselves in our bodies. So in some cases, depression can be activated due to life circumstances, even if you have a genetic vulnerability. And of course, life events play a huge role in depression. People who experience prolonged stress, traumatic experiences, or major life changes are more vulnerable. The brain processes stress through a system known as the HPA axis, which controls the release of stress hormones like cortisol. Chronic stress keeps the HPA axis activated, flooding the body with cortisol, which can eventually lead to burnout, anxiety, and depression. Over time, the brain's ability to regulate mood and emotions becomes strained and depression takes hold. Another often overlooked aspect of depression is the social dimension. Humans are inherently social beings, and our brains are wired to connect with others. Research has shown that people who lack a strong social support system are more prone to depression. Social isolation or lack of meaningful relationships can change brain chemistry, making it harder to maintain a positive outlook and manage stress. This doesn't just mean physical isolation, it can also mean feeling alone in a crowd, lacking a sense of belonging, or feeling disconnected from the people around you. So knowing all this, what can we do? Modern treatments for depression targeted these diverse causes. For some, medications like SSRIs, which affect serotonin levels, can be helpful. But therapy, particularly cognitive behavioral therapy or CBT, is just as effective for many people. CBT helps retrain the brain's thought patterns, building resilience and healthier ways to cope with life's challenges. Other effective approaches include lifestyle changes, such as regular exercise, a balanced diet, and plenty of sleep. Physical activity releases endorphins, the body's natural mood boosters. Mindfulness and meditation are also powerful tools that can help individuals focus on the present, reducing anxiety and depressive symptoms. And there's all exciting research into alternative therapies like ketamine and psilocybin, which show promise in helping people who don't respond to traditional treatments. While we're making strides, there's still a long way to go in terms of understanding and treating depression. The science behind it is complex, and it's time we move beyond outdated misconceptions and stigma. Depression is not simply a weakness or a bad mood. It's a real multifaceted condition that affects millions worldwide. With greater awareness, empathy, and scientific breakthroughs, we can continue to make life better for those who struggle. Thank you for watching. If you found this information valuable, consider sharing it with others. You never know who might be struggling in silence. And if you're dealing with depression, remember, you're not alone and there's hope. Please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay updated on our latest videos as we explore more about mental health, science, and well-being. Take care and we'll see you next time!